But then I'll start with Nicole. When did you first know that you wanted to start a family?
Well, probably I grew up in a family with two brothers, and
Yes.
um, that was something that I always knew. I always knew I wanted to have kids. I always knew I wanted to have a family.
Like, do you guys have anything you'd like to add to that?
I would say the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, from a little girl on, I always wanted to be a mom. So, yeah.
Would you be willing to discuss your journey to becoming a family together?
I mean, we just decided we wanted children. And
Yeah.
but we made that when we were married, and we waited for a little while, working and stuff, and then started pregnant with Nicole. She was our first, and we had two boys. One was not planned, and we are ever so glad we have him. So glad we have three. So yeah, but
Well, I was married when I was 24, but it was a marriage that I don't think I was like happy in, and I knew I had a gut feeling, even though like I remember having a conversation with my college friends, like I would be the first person to have kids, and that was, I wanted to be like an elementary school educator, and I was so kids, but I was married from 24 to about 30, and I just like didn't want to have kids, and I think my body and my heart knew that that was not correct. So I divorced at 30, and that was a hard choice because I wasn't sure that when you make that choice, you're like, well, gosh, am I gonna have kids? Even though that's like the thing I want. And then I met my Elisa's dad, and John, and we got married when I was like 35, and I was working hard teaching and wanting to get like tenure and all of those things. So we didn't really start until I was 37. And it was hard for us to get pregnant.
Yeah.
And we lost the first pregnancy, and it was so hard. And then we kept trying. We took some time, and then we kept trying, and we actually reached a point where we were like, I just don't think it's going to happen. And we didn't want to go the route of IVF. So we started looking into adoption. And that's so cost prohibitive and hard. Yes. And as soon, my husband at the time was an opera singer, and he like left. And so and he was going to be gone for, it was like 3 months. So we were kind of like, okay, we're going to pivot, we're going to adopt. And a few weeks into him being gone, I started feeling weird. I took a pregnancy test, and I was pregnant with Elise. And then being pregnant was really hard. And, but we had her, and she's been like the best thing ever. She teaches me every single day. She makes me a better person.
Can I just say too that as Nicole's mom, I wanted her so much to experience being a mom because it was so much of my an identity, but just so important. And it was such a wonderful experience for me. And I, as we watched the years go by, it was something that I really craved so much for her. And we were so excited. And then I remember the call. We had our son, her Nicole's youngest brother, got married at our house. And we were there all weekend. Nobody said a word. And all of a sudden on Monday morning, you had gone back. You gave me a call that you were pregnant.
Well, I didn't know.
I know.
It was that weekend I started feeling not so good. And I think you guys left Monday morning, and I remember teaching a voice lesson, and I was so nauseous. And so I went home, and I didn't think to do it until I got nauseous. And then I got home and I took the pregnancy test. So, yeah.
Yeah. Next up, what word would you use to describe your family?
I'm sure she had a family that we feel loved.
Yep.
I'd say family is a place where we can be safe and be ourselves.
How has starting a family changed the way you interact with the world?
Well, it's like one of the best things ever, but it's it can be isolating. It's hard. You have a lot of challenges. um, you know, you don't have like the freedom of movement, the freedom to do things. Um, Other people who maybe don't have children can't possibly understand what the experience is. Yeah. How about you? You guys?
Yeah. I think it's very fulfilling. And when you first start and you have this new little life, you know, you're bringing home from the hospital, you're like, wow, I am responsible for this little person, you know, I mean, the first one, you really don't have a lot of idea of what you're doing, and it's just kind of, that's where I think you need family, because mom comes, you know, and is there, and your mom has done kids before, and it's, you know, it's very helpful to have somebody there that is like, it's gonna be okay, you know, or go get some sleep, that kind of thing. So, but it's
Yeah.
very overwhelming when you first bring a baby home, realize that, you know, through your pregnancy, you're excited and you can't, you know, all that, but when you really see this new little light in front of you, you're like, gosh, you know, this is it, you know, so it's kind of overwhelming.
What do you wish people knew about being a parent or about being a child?
What do you wish people knew about being a kid? You can be helpful. I guess I would say, you know, I think that I would say just more of an awareness of where everyone's journey is. So, like, for example, when you have a family, when you have a new baby, we do not have the infrastructure in our society to support those people. And like, if you're lucky enough to have a mother that can come and help you, that's a huge thing. But other cultures, like I think in like Japan, they have like people move in, entire families move in and support. And you know, other countries have like much better uh, early childhood support systems available. And then the flip side is, I think, especially when I was, you know, older and I didn't have a kid, one of the first questions people ask you is, when are you getting married? When are you having a child? Are you guys planning on having kids? And I think that it's just such an assumption that we make, and we don't know people's journeys. We don't know why they've made the decisions that they have or what experiences they've had. And so I would say on both sides of the table, more awareness, more support, more understanding, more compassion, and desire to learn.
I know Elise has something to say.
I think that is that I wish people knew that it's okay to work in elementary school at recess. People kind of fight against each other, and I'm like, could we please stop this? I wish we could work in harmony so we can be with each other. Like, I think
No, that's very true.
I would just say that it's probably the hardest thing you will ever do, and it's probably the best, most fulfilling thing you ever do.
What do you guys enjoy doing together as a family?
Dad, why don't you answer?
Well, we have a tendency to go on vacations together, and it gets more and more challenging the older
Yeah.
they get, and when you start adding spouses and then children, wrestling everyone together, and trying to get them all on the same page at the same time becomes a challenge.
I have fun.
What does family mean to you?
I would say family is always there for you.
How does it feel to be part of a family?
Those are good.
It's like safe, happy, and loved are all great things. I have one more question. What is your favorite family memory?
Say you're getting the cousins together and getting them all. It's funny when one is not there, you really miss.
Yeah, I would say so. I like our family. family vacations. I think,
Yeah.
Because everybody is there. That's our greatest joy. There's 14 of us